The gas bill is due at the end of the month and you're already over your overdraft limit. The kids want to go on vacation like all the other kids in their class, but your credit cards were maxed out long ago. The notice for the next installment on your car has just come through the mail, but you don't even have enough to cover this month's rent. Does any of this sound familiar to you? Are you tired of struggling through life trying to make ends meet like all the other salaried slaves out there? Would you like to know how you can make millions of dollars with no prior skills or experience and without paying a cent? If the answer is yes, then today is your lucky day, because by landing on this page, you're going to find out exactly how to do all of this and more. I'm about to tell you exactly how I went from being a dropout ESL English teacher to making over $120,000 a month. And I can guarantee you that by following my method, I can make you a millionaire too. I'm about to hand you a devastating new software that'll make you millions while you sleep. And I'm going to give it to you for free. That's right, there is nothing to buy here, and the software is 100% automated. That means that you have to do absolutely nothing. The software really is shockingly powerful. Just check out what happened to my trading account when I first set it up to get to work for me. As you can see, within just 24 hours of opening my account, the software had generated a shocking $7,000. At the end of my first week, I'd accumulated over $30,000, and by the end of the month, the software had racked up an astonishing $122,346.56 entirely on autopilot. I was amazed. 10 months on, and I have an astonishing $1,146,509.67 sitting happily in my bank account. So please forget all the BS you've heard before. This is not some half-baked scam thought up by some joker. This is a tried and tested system that will make you rich with no prior experience necessary. By signing up here today, not only will you be able to comfortably pay off your mortgage and take the family on that European vacation, but you'll have the chance to join the world of the super rich. I'm not talking about just having a station wagon and a detached house. I'm talking about the real deal, having it all. I'm talking about the condo in the Caribbean, a penthouse in Monaco, a Ferrari Testarossa, and more zeros at the end of your bank statement than you can count. It's time for you to start thinking big. I'm offering you the chance to change your life beyond your wildest dreams, but it's up to you to seize this opportunity. Do not miss out, and do not write to me complaining if you do. And don't go thinking this is too good to be true, because on the next page, I'm going to show you my current live account in action to prove just how easy it is. But first, let me tell you exactly how I got my hands on this killer piece of software in the first place. After dropping out of college, working a string of jobs waiting tables and flipping burgers, and having to move back in with my parents in the Midwest, the 2008 financial meltdown hit. Unable to even keep my job at my local coffee shop, I had to go on welfare and felt like things couldn't get any worse. Then, one day, I saw an ad on the internet for teaching English in China. So I scraped together the last of my bank overdraft and some welfare checks and bought a one-way ticket to Beijing. But despite being exciting at first, I quickly realized that I was barely better off than I was at home. I was working 45 hours, 6 days a week for $1,200 a month and schlepping the subway to work with thousands of other drones. After months having my soul crushed under the heel of the school's slave drivel principal, I fell into old habits. I started drinking and smoking weed most nights just to unwind and make my crummy existence bearable. I was totally depressed. But then one night, something incredible happened. I was hunched over my beer in the expat bar in Beijing when a guy sat down next to me with his smoking hot Chinese girlfriend. He was dressed impeccably and she was dripping in jewels. You could smell the money coming off this guy. Great, I thought, this is just what I need. Some loaded douchebag sitting next to me, making me feel like even more of a loser than I already am. But as it turned out, he wasn't a D-bag at all. In fact, what he told me that night changed my life in ways I could never have dreamed of. And to pay it forward, just like he paid it forward to me, I want to share this secret with you. It turned out this guy, Tony, also came from the Midwest, from a place not far from where I grew up. After getting stuck in a wrist-slitting admin job, his buddy Stefan had turned him on to the system that he was about to turn my life upside down with. Tony's buddy was a computer programmer who had devised a system for calculating the exact moment when to buy and sell binary stock options. The guy was such a genius that his system was basically allowing him to print his own money. Stefan had taught Tony this exact same system, and within 2 months, he had made almost $100,000. Then things started to get really crazy. Tony quit his dead-end admin job to work full-time trading with Stefan. He suggested ways they could improve the system, and Stefan made the necessary tweaks. Before long, they had created a devastating piece of automated software that they called the Binary Genius that is so simple, anyone could use it with no experience necessary. And with it, on average, they were clearing over $120,000 a month, each. Tony smiled as he related the story to me, as he could see my jaw dropping nearer and nearer to the bar. That's it. That's all there is. That's how easy it is, he laughed, when I asked where the hidden catch was, where the hard work was, or the crippling overhead costs. He was up from Hong Kong, where his girlfriend, one of many he had all over the globe, was from, and was coming to party in Beijing for a couple of days before heading to the Philippines, Japan, then Hawaii. Tony opened his sports jacket and passed me a USB stick from his inside pocket. He told me that if I had a computer and internet access, he could guarantee me that I would make more money in 1 year than I can make in one lifetime of teaching English. But you know what? He was wrong. It took me only 10 months to make that much. As I've shown you, on the first day after installing the Binary Genius software, it made me $7,000, fully automated with no relevant skills or experience while I slept. Now, I know that might not sound like much, but to an ESL teacher on $1,200 a month, that was a lot. In fact, it was almost 6 months' wages. Little did I know that that would be the tiny, weeniest tip of one big-ass iceberg. Over the next month, I jumped out of bed earlier and earlier to check my computer screen. Sometimes I was so excited I would wake up in the night several times just to see money pouring into my account. It was out of control. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that I would be making an average Joe's annual wage while I slept. In my first month of trading with this system, I made a shocking $122,346.56. Needless to say, once I saw that Tony and his system were the real deal, I quickly quit my job. But not before giving the principal a piece of my mind. Let me tell you, despite having made over $1 million since, walking out of there that day with over $120K in my bank account was the best feeling I've ever had. I decided to move down to Hong Kong, get myself a hot woman like Tony, and keep playing my system. And that's where I am now. As I write this, I'm looking down over the harbor from the Peak, Hong Kong's most exclusive and expensive real estate area. Tony's system did exactly what he promised it would. In the bathroom next door, I have a girlfriend, more beautiful and with more diamonds than Tony's, taking her evening jacuzzi, and from where I sit now, I can see my white Maserati sitting down in the driveway. Now it's your turn. This is it. The time has come to throw off the financial chains that have been holding you back for so long. I'm offering you this completely free but extremely limited offer to change your life forever by joining my world. The world of the super rich. But because it would distort the market to have thousands of millionaires out there trading on auto every second of the day and night, this is a time-sensitive offer. That is to say, if you don't grab this chance now with both hands, the chances are it will be gone by the time you come back. Simply enter your details in the form to the right of this video to start making big money immediately. This is a completely free offer. There are no credit cards or PayPal details required and absolutely nothing to pay. All you do is access the software, press activate, and you're up and running. So, what are you waiting for? What do you have to lose? How will you spend that first $100K? New sports car, dream vacation, pay off the mortgage? As a future millionaire, you have to learn to seize the moment. And this is the moment you've been waiting for your whole life. Quite simply, you cannot afford not to. Plug in your information and click through to the next page, where you'll be given instant access to the binary genius and the life of your dreams.